out with you today. This is our time to learn, laugh, grow, discover, and to just do life together. Always be on the lookout for some new hangout times where we play some fun games, learn some cool new facts, and discover awesome, amazing things about the people in the world around us. Also, around here, we're known as TGQ Kidz because we train daily to become better, we're grounded in who we are, and we're quick to do the right thing. So, you ready for some fun? Awesome! Then let's jump up, shake it out, and discover what this day has for us. Welcome to another fun fact of the day. Yeah. So we have been talking about how we can be everyday superheroes through what? Yes, through kindness. Well, let me tell you about a little sidekick that you may not know that you have. But first, I have a question for you. Have you ever heard that the majority of what you say actually doesn't come out of your mouth? Yeah, and a lot of times when we hear that statement, it is paired with a big percentage, like 70, 80, 90%, or sometimes even more than that. They say of what we say isn't anything that we say at all. Now, I'm here to kind of burst your bubble on that one. That fact isn't completely true, but it is grounded in scientific research, which tells us that our brain is like a mini sidekick. Yeah, it's almost like it has little eyes, but those eyes are attached to our eyes. So our brain is constantly scanning what's going on around us and noticing all of the little micro details that tells us different information about the situation that we're in, regardless of what is being said or not. And these skills help us to keep safe, and it can also help us to practice what other people are doing. That's why little kids oftentimes learn a lot just by watching the people around us. Have you ever noticed how much babies and toddlers learn just from watching? Yeah, they watch and their brain starts practicing how to do those things. And that way it can know, hey, can I jump in and help this person? Or it kind of helps you to know right where to step in to help somebody out. And like I said too, it also helps to keep you safe and to empathize with the people around you. It notices the little details about maybe somebody, how tense somebody might be, or even if they're smiling, how maybe they're not actually happy. And sometimes you walk into a situation and you almost feel the room or the energy of the people around you. But really, that feeling is your brain noticing all the little details that tells you that what you visually see isn't necessarily what the real story is. Yeah, that's really cool. Our brain is helping us to become everyday superheroes by noticing the little micro details that most people miss, or that most people can't name, I should say. But this isn't just a new cool thing. Did you know back in ancient Roman times, they actually built and designed things with kindness in mind? They built it right in, as if humans should just notice these things. So if they were on a ship and you had an oar, they always had a place for somebody else to sit and help out, or to be able to take over if necessary. They were always building things for other people to be able to step in and help out and work as a team. So, are you using your sidekick to become an everyday superhero? Or are you just letting those opportunities pass you by? Well, let's go jump in real life to see how we can actually practice and use our little sidekick to help us to actually become everyday superheroes. I'll see you there. Did you ever think that you were a superhero in disguise? Yeah, with our cool, awesome superpowers of being able to read the room and read people and read situations without even being able to speak what those little details are that we're noticing. Our brains are pretty awesome, right? Yeah, so how can we use our super sidekick brain to help us to actually be everyday superheroes? Because you're not just a superhero overnight, right? Yeah, even the coolest superheroes like Spider-Man have to practice using their skills so that way when the time comes, they can actually be helpful and save the day. So, what other superhero powers do you have? Yeah, you have super strength to help pick things up and to help carry things. You have superhero eyesight to be able to notice things that are out of place that maybe need to get put away. You have superhero positivity and kindness from your mouth to help lift people up and to help them problem solve. And you also have superhero listening skills so that you can be there to listen when people need somebody to talk to. See, you have not just one awesome, amazing superhero skills, you have multiple superhero skills. Now, one thing to always remember though, is that sometimes when people need help, they don't always necessarily want help because they want to do it on their own, they have a system, or they're learning how to do something in the first place, and they want the practice. So, how can we know whether or not somebody actually wants our superhero help, or if maybe we should let them do it on their own? Yes, we ask first. Perfect job! You've got some mad superhero reasoning skills too. Look at you go. You're just superheroing it everywhere. Yes, when we see somebody potentially in need, or we find a time when we think that we can be superhero awesome helpers, sometimes it's always good to ask first. I know, I said sometimes always. Because you're gonna know whether it's a sometimes or sometimes it's an always. So when it comes to bringing groceries in, unless your parent has asked you to do something else, it's always a good job to just jump in and help put groceries away. If you see your sibling or friend struggling with some homework, then it's always a good time to ask. But sometimes when it comes to like cooking dinner, you may not know whether or not you should just jump in and help or ask. And that's where you have to use your knowledge about the person who you're wanting to help, and kind of if they have situations under control, even if it maybe doesn't look like it, or if they like it when you just jump in and help. So always make sure to be on the lookout and use your superhero sidekick brain to help you to decide whether you should just jump in and save the day, or if you should ask first. Like, hey, would you like help? Exactly. You are an awesome, amazing TGQ superhero kid. Okay, now let's go jump outside in to see what kindness actually feels like. Let's go. Man, I love our hangout times together. They're always filled with so much fun and laughter and great new information. You are an awesome kid. But unfortunately, it's time for us to say, see you next time. But before we do, let's bring it in and lock it down, okay? Can you say it with me? I am a TGQ kid. I train daily to become better. I'm grounded in who I am, and I'm quick to do the right thing. That was perfect. You're such a natural TGQ kid. Okay, well until next time, always remember that you are perfectly, uniquely you. And the world wouldn't be whole without you. Well, until next time, kiddo.